Farming's no different to any other occupation, and it's certainly not immune from stress. I think farming offers a unique kind of range of circumstances in that there's lots of factors that are outside of someone's control that impinge on their business, such as the climate and schedules and prices and all those kind of things. But also farming's not just an occupation, it's someone's livelihood often, it's their lifestyle, it's their family life and so forth. So there's a lot that it's depending on, I guess, so that can really up the ante.
I guess when you're a mum and you're a wife and you're a community member, you often go, my time will come, and sometimes we're just letting years roll by and not letting our time come. What about looking after this person as well as everybody else? Because I do see a lot of women that are just so bound up, and their well-being suffers dreadfully because their husband is unwell, because they've actually stopped doing all the things that they need to do. So they've stopped socialising, they often shut down, they don't go and visit their friends or anything, they maybe don't share what they're going through, and so therefore their well-being as well as their husband's is suffering. So I would say step back, be there as support, but remember to look after yourself as well at the same time.
Isolation often affects a lot of rural women. They live quite far from town and have worked so hard on their properties often. They do work alone all day, most days, so unfortunately it can get to you. That's one of the things that I struggled with when I sort of let it all get on top of me, is I forgot that I loved farming, and I forgot that it was really what I wanted to be doing, and I just kept thinking about, oh, I've got to do this job, this is my list of things that I'm behind on. And I didn't take time to stop and cuddle my lambs and all that sort of thing, the parts that I got into in the first place.
When people are under a lot of demands and so forth, the things that go out the window, the things we know, the factors that we know are actually keep us well. So they're things like socialising and connecting with other people, their exercise, your nutrition, continuing to learn stuff, continuing to contribute, and also doing enjoyable activities. So that's off-farm stuff.
I find that the way to manage my own stress is I really have to be quite organised. I keep a diary that helps me to really plan out my week, and don't forget within that week you have to have the break times, and don't forget to plan those in as well. For example, I volunteer at Riding for the Disabled, and that's quite a relaxing way that I know that I'm being helpful to some people and helpful to the organisation, so I do think giving back is a big one as well.
Farming is a lifestyle, and it got to the point that it was so busy that we actually couldn't stop and smell the roses. It was really important that we stopped and enjoyed our children. They're not little forever, so we wanted to do that, and we actually brought those aspects into our business plan. Part of our business plan is that we do get off farm at least twice a year with the family, with the kids, and have a change of scenery.
Everybody thinks that farming's a lifestyle, and so that you're kind of stuck on the place all the time, but it's not your life. Your family is your life, and you have other hobbies and friends and things that you got to do. That's why we get off the place, because we want to have a laugh, have a good time, and don't want it to be all about work.
Farmstrong just gives people the tools to put well-being at the forefront of their thinking. We're so wound up on our businesses often, and so thinking about the well-being of our animals, but this well-being of ourselves often gets pushed very much to the side. Time away is incredibly important because it just lowers your stress levels generally. And I'm now 5 years down the track, singing classically. That really helped me get some balance, and what I did then was I took a day off every week, a specific day, and that day was not negotiable because that was the day that I had to go to my lesson, and that made me get off the farm, because I think when you are completely identifying with your job or your business, it's a very vulnerable place, and you need to be able to step back and actually just nurture yourself at the same time as running a business.